touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Hold on. Don't touch it. Hold on. We're not gonna touch it. We're just gonna press. I think you came here for me.
We applying pressure around this.
Oh, guys. What the are you doing, guys?
I like how they're like, don't touch her, don't touch her. And grinding their pelvis, like, where are you trying to go? Where are you trying to go? It's like, bruh.
This right here, it's terrifying.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I remember being 17 and then hanging out with a group of dudes and they would like yell from people from like a car. And I'm like, what is y'all doing? I was so embarrassed every time they did that. I'm like, do you not see how cringy you guys are? They're like, whoa. I was like, man, and I'm glad I stopped hanging out with those people shortly after. But I always thought that kind of behavior was cringy.
Yo,
yelling at people or trying to follow people who've already like clearly said they want to get away from you. If you want to go to the lady, be like, hey, what's up? And then they don't, just walk away, okay? But don't be persistent on some shit where you clearly can tell she's uncomfortable. And especially if there's a group of guys and you surround her, like, bruh.
Like, well, I really want to know, how does it work in your head? How does that work in your head that you think that she's gonna say yes, and you would want someone that would be pressured to say yes like that, like that?
I can assure you, people have said yes.
Of course,
and I can assure you, it wasn't the right frame of mind to be able to say.
Of course,
yeah.
Like, but how, as a guy, how do you? That's okay to you? Yeah. What? What? What the fuck are you doing? And then if a guy interjects, you're gonna jump him?
Oh, you being a simp? You trying to be a Captain Saver?
That's not what a Captain Saver is.
She's trying to pay for her gas, and you guys are surrounding her and keeping her from going where she needs to go. No, y'all trash.
No, that.
Bro, you know what this is? This is picking on the defenseless. Real talk.
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys are clearly bigger, stronger than her, and you surrounded and accosted a woman while she's just trying to go for her gas. It's late at night, and there's like 20 of you motherfuckers
banging your chest and shit. In that situation, it's not because she's smiling that she feels comfortable.
Yep.
Let's be honest about something, all right? She probably gonna be smiling and be like, guys, stop. That don't mean she's comfortable or not afraid of y'all. The smile, don't let that smile fool you. Don't think that smile is gonna...
And I'm not going to say this whole thing. Imagine if it was your sister or your mother. It's like, listen, ladies are not deserving of empathy only if you can think of a relation that has anything to do with them.
Thank you.
That's like so stupid.
Thank you.
All right? If I see an old lady and she's struggling with her grocery bags and it drops, I wouldn't be like, hey, bitch, I ain't got a grandma. Right? Like, no, it's somebody who's in need. Like, not everything has to be linked back to family. At the end of the day, what it comes down to is this is super trash behavior. And yo, listen, if cops were involved, I wouldn't be mad. Someone's just trying to go about her business and you the person. I've seen this happen in so many foreign countries too, and it gets worse over there because policing is even less enforced. So nah, I'm not with this. When someone sent me this, I was just like, man, the people involved are garbage, and for them to film this and think this is hilarious is crazy.
Ain't nobody doing nothing. Hey
man, don't touch her, don't touch her, don't touch her. But you block her path and you stick your pelvis into her.
Bitch definitely gonna get sweated around this mouth. Yeah, you came to a circle full of pimps. You finna get it too, ho.
You see what he said? You came to a circle for a pimp. You think this is pimping?
That's not
7
pimping.
Dudes surrounded one girl in a dress is trying to pay for her gas.
That's not
you
even
guys are super desperate. Zero discipline. You look like low lifes.
That ain't it.
And then motherfuckers gonna be like, I would never let my girl leave the home in an outfit like that. She got a dress that's almost close to her ankles. Like, what is he talking about?
Oh, the bitch made it through. She made it through. She broke through the barrier. Hold on. There's some pressure being applied around here. It's some real pimping though.
Hold
on. Don't act like she ain't never been caught before, huh?
You guys are degenerates. That's just whack. This shit right here, it ain't it. You could do better than that.
You know what bothers me, bro? Is that our degeneracy as black folks seems to always be broadcasted so loudly, like websites are World Star.
Yep.
You know, like when I go to foreign countries and I see the same degeneracy, they don't often record it or have platforms.
Like
you know what I mean? We have World Star hip hop just for that.
To showcase the ratchetry.
Bruh.
Man, we ain't worried about all that. I mean, you ain't gotta worry about gas. He got you already. You know what I'm saying? I got a long tank. What's happening? She don't really breathe. That's number one, baby. Yeah, number one.
And y'all motherfuckers think that you have game. That's game? Really?
That's what it is.
There is nothing to say. There's nothing to say.
That's what it is in some areas, bro. That's what it is in some areas. And like, you know, when women say stuff like, yo, I'm afraid to go to the gas station at night, like
I get it.
I get it. Because I've seen this happen in front of me where there's like 20 dudes, and then people are like, but what are you gonna do? I'm not gonna do shit. You crazy. If you think I'm gonna go to a rabid group of men who are accosting a lady, there's 20 of them or 15 or 10 of them, and you think bro, I need to live too, okay? Because men don't take kindly when other men interfere. Now, it doesn't mean that I want to be silent on this issue, but it's also a matter of like, what you expect motherfuckers to do? You think I carry weapons with me at all times? You think no, you're crazy. I've seen stuff and I'm like, woo!
You don't carry weapons with you at all times?
You got a bazooka?
And nobody does.
Okay then. What
I ain't going with a shootout with nobody.
Exactly. So there's not about having weapons or not.
I know what you're saying. Even if you did have a weapon.
Oh.
Even if you did.
No.
You put yourself in a situation that you don't want to be put in.
Here, man. Look, I'll keep it a buck with y'all, and people are like, yo, what can you do in those? I can't do. This is the only thing I can do. Is one, disavow this kind of stuff when I see it. And then after that, is just make sure the people around me are not engaged in that kind of behavior. The people who I can't influence and have a talk with. But if you think I'm gonna jump in front of 15 dudes, you're crazy. But again, what happens to y'all is not right. Man, my cousins told me stories when she was traveling the world, bro.
That's like levels of problems here. You have the behavior. You have the fact that it's broadcasted, that nobody's saying shit, that the bystanders are engaging in that. What did your cousin say?
No, man, she just had to deal with it so much when she traveled like into certain places, especially when people have a little bit of liquor in them and it's nighttime, man. Degenerates come out in full force. So I don't think I have much more poignant commentary to add to this. It's unfortunate this stuff happens. I'm not for it. Other than calling it out when I see it within the people who are around me, there's nothing much. Because the motherfuckers I kick it with, I spend time with, would never do stuff like this. Jamais.
Oh, and I would quickly call a motherfucker up if you do some shit like, yo, what the fuck are you doing?
But even in smaller doses, I don't even see anything like it. See, nope. Because oftentimes, if you do a little bit of something, then it can progress to something else. I'm not even seeing that. So that's why it's tough for me, because it's just one of those things where I'm like, yo, other than doing this video, y'a rien que je peux faire. What can you do? Genuine question. What can you do?
Exactly.
So I just want to make that clear. It's not because people are maybe silent or not acting in that moment that people don't care. It's also just a matter of like, you think it's dangerous for you, it's also dangerous for us, And at the end of the day, it's like,
man,
and I think about this with all conflicts. Like,
whenever there's something that had happened with the cops, like in the people said like, why didn't the bystander then do anything? They're cops. What do you want to do? What can I do as a bystander? He's willingly putting his knee on. What makes you think he's not gonna want to shoot me? Like, there's nothing much more that I can do.
I've seen dudes knocked out in those situations, beaten, kicked in the head while they're non-conscious. I've seen that happen so many times.
People die.
Yeah, happens like that all the time. You try to go and protect a girl and they murk you because they're not gonna beat on her like that. So generally they're gonna beat on him much more aggressively to release their anger. Bruh, I seen it all. I've gone onto nightclubs and be like, what is y'all doing? So, it's tough. It's one of those things where it's like you kind of feel perilous in that moment, and there's a difference between being brave and being stupid. At the end of the day, I got responsibilities, a family I got to take care of. I can't afford to jump in, but I've seen this stuff in front of me, and I'm like, damn. And I feel for the person. I can't imagine what it's like. So, that's my thoughts on that. Anything else you want to add? You being a bouncer?
No, that's just dumb.
Yeah.
When shit like that happens at the club, I was like, I have to step in as a bouncer, right?
Right.
As a bouncer, like I remember.
All right, if you guys want to hear this story, it'll be on the Patreon.
I remember this one time. Yo, I remember.
Story time with Preach.
Story time was.
Mira como